Take two.
Take two, bam. Ni hao YouTube, what's going on? Saarland to China. Today we're having a beautiful walk at Songhuajiang in Harbin. And we want to talk about some new topics here. We got another friend here, Jeremy from the States.
Yo,
right?
California.
And
represent.
Lucas from
Saarland
United. Very nice. Today we want to talk about how China has actually changed and in a way influenced our lives during our stay in China, because like when you're traveling in China, it doesn't affect you much, but when you are living here for, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more years, you will experience some change. Maybe some outer change, some inner change. It depends.
Yeah, maybe we should mention how long each of us already stayed in China.
Yeah, you've been staying in China
I'm
for...
here for 8 months.
8 months?
Yeah, or 9 months.
Okay.
I'm the youngster here.
And you?
4.5 years.
4.5 years, okay, that's a lot. For me, it's like... Yeah, I think it's almost the same.
Really? I thought more.
Yeah, 4.5 years. I came here in March 2014. What about you?
Oh, November 2013.
All right, okay. You've been here the longest then.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So we are in the right order.
Okay, so you've been here for 9 months. This is not so long, but compared to a normal tourist, it is already kind of long.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
What would you say? How did your stay here in China for the 9 months change your life or change your attitude or whatsoever?
Yeah, I would say this was the first time being in a country where I definitely have problems with the language, at least native language, because I couldn't really speak Chinese when I came here. So that was definitely a new challenge, And I learned a lot of stuff how to how to get around this language barrier, more or less. And but apart from that, also I think people in China are the majority of the people are really maybe proud of their country. Got some technical problems here.
Yeah. Okay.
They're really proud of their country.
Yeah.
And to a certain extent, because I always can see comparison to Germany and so on, I think I also got maybe a little bit more a little bit prouder of my country, Germany itself.
All right, okay, that is interesting. You got more proud of your own country.
Yeah, in
Why?
seeing in order to see what kind of benefits the life in Germany has.
Okay.
But on the other hand, I'm also a little bit more critical, because I also see what can be made differently, how things could be handled differently. So on the one hand, I'm proud of some stuff which is like social welfare system and social security, for example, which is still in China a different story. But on the other hand, especially for example, paying with the phone, we don't really have it in Germany.
Yeah, WeChat Pay, Alipay, right?
Yeah,
that is pretty convenient.
And that is extremely convenient, and we don't have it in Germany, in some stores, I think. But it's just always it's easier for you to reflect on your own country when you're in a country which is really, really different to yours, So I think my stay here definitely made me more think about
your own country?
My own country, yeah.
Oh wow, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, that is interesting.
And for me, it's also the first time I have an apartment for my own.
Yeah.
Before it was always just
sharing
living
an apartment.
with my family, sharing apartment was always like this. Always sharing. So this time, because you get treated really well as a teacher here, they give you a apartment for yourself. And a friend of Russia, he came to my apartment, which is paid by the university, and he said it's not the biggest, but he said, wow, that's bigger than my apartment in Russia.
Yeah.
And he said, wow. And yeah, that's like really nice, you know. So, and like all for myself, so that's pretty awesome.
That is true. Yeah, that was also my first experience. You know, I mean, the reason is we were quite young when we were coming here, and we didn't have our own apartments or houses in Germany, right? Which we would have had if we would have stayed, but
eventually.
I agree with you when you say, okay, you know, appreciate like your own country a bit more, because you can see, you can finally compare other countries to your own country. But it never happened. It never happened when I went to France, for example, or to Spain, because those countries are so similar. Like now, when I arrived in China, this is when I really felt being European. This is when I really felt like being a European citizen, because here in China, you're kind of like, how to say, you're a group of foreigners coming from foreign countries. You're American, French, Spanish, Italian, German, Dutch, whatsoever. But arriving here in China, I kind of was able to identify myself as being European. European,
definitely.
you know, because you meet French people, you meet Spanish people, and suddenly you feel like, wow, you're so similar.
Because the cultural differences are not so big. Still there are differences, of course, like every culture and so on, but like compared to let's say Chinese culture or maybe like Asian mentality, it's different.
The difference is big, and for example, you miss the same things. We miss the same bread, we miss the same cheese, we miss the same sausages and whatsoever, and we miss certain kinds of like similarities we all have in common in Europe. And this is something like coming here to China made me really feel like a European for the first time, which is not really possible in Germany. When you're in Germany, you try to see differences between you and the French or you and Spain, right? So this is not the European idea. But once you leave Europe, this is when you feel like, hey, actually between French people and me and Spanish people and me, there's almost no difference. We are so much the same, you know. But when you go back to like your small country, you're looking for differences to other European countries, right? And this is something really big I felt here when I came here, that I'm not only German, but that I'm a real European citizen. And I think this is kind of funny, like you go to China. Do you really have to go to China to experience that you're actually a European citizen? Maybe it is like this, but you know, it just never happened to me in Germany, because we were like, okay, he's French, he's German. We never said we are both actually the same. No, when you're in Germany, you want to make a difference to other countries, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And as you said, but on the other hand, yeah, I could feel the same. You develop a kind of deeper national pride as before. For example, you see the Chinese are very proud of their own country, and after a while you think, why shouldn't you be proud of your own country? It is a nice country, and the Chinese are proud of our country, and they like Germany. Most of them, they like Germany. And they just can't understand, how come you are a German teacher and you're not proud of your own country? They don't get it, right?
Yeah,
and this is something you can, or you will develop here after a while, depending on how long you stay. And is there any things you do appreciate more now of your own country, or your life, or personal life, or anything?
Yeah, I think definitely like what I appreciate more and maybe also miss like is the food, definitely.
The German food?
Yeah, German food.
Oh, really?
And more or less like German quality of life, because sometimes it's a little bit different in China. In some places, it's not. Yeah, maybe some places are not so.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! There is fishes on the ground. They just caught some fishes here. That is interesting. I like this. Yeah, you're talking about the lifestyle in Germany. That's interesting. Yeah, the lifestyle is one thing, but look at this. Look at this amazing place here. The thing is, maybe the lifestyle in Germany is a bit better, but probably you won't have the time or to do this stuff. I mean, being at a, I don't know, 8 hours work day in Germany, you don't have a lot of time left. Whereas here, I really appreciate all the liberty we have concerning our working load.
Yeah, especially us as teachers, we definitely have like a really good schedule.
Yeah, I mean, look at this place. It's just so beautiful. I really like that. I mean, people here are just relaxing in the sun.